I'm all wrapped up this morning because
lately I've been thinking a lot about endings, of all kinds, including the dramatic ones as well as the quiet ones that slowly sneak up on you. A painting you're not sure is finished, a season of life that's shifting whether you're ready or not, spaces, homes, nests you thought you'd be in for longer, people, your familiar beings you thought would always be there. And it's strange how everything seems fine, and then one day you realise you're holding on a little too tightly to things that are already closing, or are not meant for you. And sometimes even a right decision can be a painful one, and include a lot of letting go. So today, while I'm sharing my life lately, I just wanted to talk about that weird, unsettled, uncomfortable place. The moment where you're not sure if something is closing or done, or if you're just simply scared to let go.
look, I'm literally bag lady today. Well, good morning.
And it's cold in here today because the heating's not quite right. Be alright though, got extra heating and I've made tea, so all will be well. I'm kind of doing another vlog this morning as well because I'm doing a backstage pass, so behind the scenes, day in the life, or a couple of days in the life, I'm not sure what it's going to be, with some art and everything. So far today's a good day. I missed the rain when I took Jeffy out, so that was good. And what else was really, really good? Oh, the road reopened as well. So where I have to kind of travel on a main road from my house to the studio has been closed for months because they've been doing some, I don't know, utilities or something. So that opened again. And I tidied the bedroom over the weekend. So this morning when I got up, everything was all, you know, tickety-boo, and I felt more calm and peaceful and organised for it, for sure. I've got a big list this morning. So I'm going to start ticking off a few things from my list. But I will keep coming back and talking to you. I have no idea how this week's going to go. No, so I don't know what this vlog is going to be like. Hopefully it's okay.
So, good morning, all the backstage passers. Let's just put glasses on so I can see what I'm doing.
I'll fill you in with all the things later on, for sure, in this little vloggy. I've got my tea, so we are loaded and ready to go. We're going to do a little bit of art. I've got some oil painting to do. I've got some sketchbook stuff to do. But first, let us put slippers on, my drawings. Yes, get sorted out. Or I need somebody to come and sort me out. So if you want to come and sort me out, please, feel free. I'm just cleansing on a Monday morning and making everything fresh and inspirational. And I also find the smell of sandalwood really comforting. It's something, it's an oil that my brother used to wear. And if you've been here a while, you might know there's a bit of a sad tale because we lost him. So that was really quite a long time ago, but not, seems like 5 minutes in a way. Anyway, sandalwood I find, you know, a comforting smell because of that. And I also find it really good for firing up my inspirational juices. I'd quite like to finish one of my oil painting studies today and do some sketchbooking, if I can get my words out properly, and do some sketchbooking as well. I've just noticed there's a big smush of paint on my camera, not actually on the lens. And you can see how kind of dark and cosy it is in here today. Still got to clear my journals away from the last video, so thanks for all your lovely comments on that. It was quite a vulnerable share, but again, you know, if we don't share these parts of ourselves, then we don't connect, and then we can't have conversations about it where we recognise that we do things that other people do and we don't feel so alone, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna have my breakfast. Yes.
You'd think finishing a painting would get easier after all these years, but honestly, it hasn't. I still stare and wonder, is it done, or am I avoiding the ending? And it's funny, although kind of obvious, because it mirrors everything else in my life right now. There are so many things I've had to quietly release this year. Projects I didn't have the energy for, a few relationships that I'd hung on to that I finally let go of, rugs whipped away from underneath my feet, and instability rocking at my very foundations. Even my creativity lately has felt different, slower and more cautious, like it's been holding its breath. And I have to be honest, some days I'm just completely overwhelmed, and I judge myself for not being more productive. Oh Wendy, you've been so lazy. See the reels on my Instagram and you will already know that. And other days I realise I'm just tired because life has been a lot. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this. And of course, where we can, it's absolutely okay to go slower. And it's not laziness, it's just being human. And as we know, human beings need to rest, percolate, and have breathing spaces to simply digest life. And the current pace of life does not match that basic nervous system need. So no wonder so many of us are feeling this and so frazzled. So yeah, finishing a painting. Apparently it's not about the painting at all. It's about learning to trust myself, knowing when to take a breath, knowing when to take a step back, knowing that not everything needs to be perfect to be complete, and that messiness is absolutely okay.
But post your little sketches if you kept me company in your sketchbook.
I'm just laughing at Jeff this morning because he's literally such a funny boy. He's not allowed on the chairs at home or on the sofa, but I let him go on the daybed on that lovely snuggle blanket. But look, he's sitting on my chair, so he's the director this morning.
How cute are you? Are you the director? Are you running the show? I think he is, or at least he thinks he is. Yeah. He's not been in the studio for 2 weeks, so it's a little treat for him today, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, to work. I'm going to finish this painting today because... Can you get up here? It's a bit... Oh, you can. I have been saying that for a number of weeks now. Last week, I don't think I did anything to it because I was doing other stuff. Did my life drawing class as well, and I've been sketchbooking a little bit out of my paints. So curious about the world around him, aren't you? Yeah. Such a good boy. Yeah. So what was I saying then? So I'm going to finish it. It's just a study of the JW Waterhouse, but I'd like to start another mermaid. So I'm preparing for that, getting ready. And I'm not even sure you can see anything in the background because I'm a little bit far away, but I'm stuck at the moment. One of the things I really love about this time of year is the dark rainy days, because I just find them so cozy. And I know that the lack of light, it can be quite depressing, but sorry, I got runny nose. I also think it's part of the natural season of cocooning. So I'm kind of lining my cocoon ready to get in when I need to, if that makes sense. And I got absolutely covered in dioxazine violet yesterday. I had my painty overalls on, but I was literally all this side of me covered. So my top, my sleeve, my arm, my whole arm, because I had my sleeve rolled up, and he's trying to get comfy, but there's not enough room on my knee, and so I had to take everything off and just put on a random outfit that I had in the studio over my thermals. So luckily that sort of was leggings. It was all a bit comedy really, and I went home and washed everything, and then I made a little Insta reel, put it on TikTok as well, and people were saying don't worry about your dungarees, and it was like I wasn't worried about my dungarees getting paint on them because they're covered in paint. I suppose I was a little bit sad about my nice woolly yellow jumper that got paint on it, but that's fine. I've got quite a few nice things with paint on, and it just adds to it really, doesn't it? You'll have to let me know if you've got painty clothes or whether all your clothes are just painty, because some of us are just a little bit more messy than others. And I do admire and aspire to become cleaner. I suppose I'm a lot cleaner than I was, but I got so engrossed yesterday. I think I leant on my palette, so my whole side leant, and I didn't realise, and James came in and he went, "You are covered in paint." So it's a good job he saw that. Anyway, yeah, that was why I had to sort of strip off, because literally anything I brushed, the purple would, just cover, because it's such a high staining colour. Anyway, that was the excitement for yesterday. So that took me about half an hour, 45 minutes to clean up. So I can tweak and titivate and change the faces more and more and more, which I have been doing. And I was trying to get some different subtle tonal values, warms and cools, into their skin tones yesterday. So it was, lots of concentrating and stuff. The work goes on over here really, and then it translates onto the painting. I think today I can get it done. Anyway, I think there's a helicopter, so on that note, I will get started. Come on then. Let's go and put you on the day bed. I'll try and transfer him over here. Get him. Do you want to be on here? Yeah, that's nice and comfy, isn't it? Yes, for Sir Geoffrey. Okay, we got this. We totes got this. I might put a timer on because I don't quite trust myself. You go now down over there. I'm going to get some work done, and then I'll come and snuggle you again. Yes. Lie down. Good boy. Cute to you good boy. Get all snuggly. Do you want to burrow under there? Yeah. Yeah, burrow under there. Scratch under the chin. Oh, yes, please. Okay. We're doing the video. We're doing it together. You're such a good helper, aren't you? Oh, yes, such a good helper. Yes. I think the worst thing about painting, for me, is my tea always goes cold. Or you dip your paintbrushes in there. Try not to do that when I'm oil painting.
for obvious reasons. I think I've finished. If I just sort of step back, my main intention with this painting, studying the Waterhouse one, of course, the expertise in that, I mean, it's so gorgeous. Absolutely love it. I could probably paint that forever and not get bored. But the main intention for me in here was to sort of relearn colour mixing with oils, because it's been quite a long time. I'm fairly rusty with oil painting, so I wanted to colour match. Yes, I worked on the faces and I kind of Wendyfied them. I think you can probably tell if you've been here a little while and you've seen my other, you know, faces. I have stylised them a little bit, but I have had a really good go at mixing the colours, looking for the lights and darks, squinting a lot. One thing that's helping me, which is really quite ironic in a way, is my eyesight is deteriorating a little bit, shall we say. And so these are my reading glasses and my painting glasses. And I do have another pair of glasses in the studio, which are my super magnified. But in actual fact, when I take my glasses off and step back, which I advise you to do if you're sort of 85%, I mean, it's always good to step back whichever stage you're at in the painting, but for me, you know, I was up 85-90% finished. It was really helpful to take my glasses off and step back, so that was quite useful because I couldn't see very well anyway, so I didn't actually have to squint that much. The final thing was just to darken this little lady's hair a little bit more around the cheek. Finish up here because I've kind of ignored this area. Let's see if I can give you maybe a closer look. But yeah, colour mixing wise, I have had a lot of joy, and I think you can tell when you kind of look at my palette as well. Yes. So I think James and I are going to do Etsy orders now, and I really do rely on him to help me with my shop because it's always ends up to be the bottom of my list. So if you are supporting my little shop, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will be putting some more love in there at some point, but I get sidetracked, you know, doing this painting stuff, you know, and it's very absorbing. But yeah, it smells of oils in here, and it's very nostalgic because it reminds me of art school and being in the big communal studios, which were kind of, you had like segments. And in my first and second year, we had like, I think 6 people in a segment, and then when we were a final year we were a bit more elite and there was just 2 of us in a segment, and I shared my space with my friend Sally. So just the smell of it evokes that memory, and it was quite an upsy downy time, but there was certainly some good ups for sure because it was good fun as well. And my daughter was little and she used to come in and she'd paint with everybody, and she set up a little clinic, and she'd take a bit of my paint, the red paint, and she'd kind of put a blob on people and, you know, to injure them, so that she would bandage them because she was like a nurse with her doctor's set, and then she would charge a few pennies, you know, for her work. So she was very entrepreneurial, very intelligent, very clever girl. She knew what she was doing. Anyway, this afternoon I've got a video to put up for Patreon, a little secret vloggy, because I made a vloggy earlier in the week. I didn't record for you those days because I was doing the secret vloggy, you see. So I've got to do all the things, you know, export it, upload it, and I'll probably upload it here because the internet's really, really fast. So I'm going to get on with that and leave you in peace for now. Feeling quite accomplished that I've actually finished these little ladies. It's about time, Wendy. It's really important, I think, a little note before I go about finishing, because it's really easy to have part finished pieces in our studio, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm not, you know, sitting in judgment at all. But if you're finding yourself not finishing anything, then a really important tip that I was taught is to make sure you finish strategically. So if you've abandoned something and you're just going to paint over it, you're not inspired to fix it or work on it, then that's a different matter. But if it is something that you're trying to resolve, because obviously this isn't an exact copy of the JW Waterhouse, Hylas and the Nymphs, this is my version of it, so I've had to adapt and, you know, make corrections so that it works as a piece without looking at the other one, if that makes sense. I wanted to resolve certain issues with it, and that's where really important decisions and, you know, some strong, powerful learning can take place right at the end of the paintings. You know, when you really, really slow down and you step back, or you take a picture and then you review, looking in a mirror. So I've got a little mirror in the studio. This is another little tip for finishing paintings as well. Every time I get up, my chair starts making funny squeaky noises, but I get my mirror and then I look into my mirror and I see my painting. And again, it's really good for me to sort of look without glasses on as well, so I can kind of see anything that's really sticking out at me. And if I come in on Monday and, you know, there's something that's really sticking out at me, like a little bit more darks, I'm thinking maybe up here in this corner, or refreshing the darks down here, I'll see what it looks like as it dries. It's one of the questions I get asked most is, how do you know when a painting is finished? And it's really, really hard to know. And of course, only the artists themselves knows. So it's only you that's going to know if something's finished. I always say if something's annoying me in a bad way, then it's not finished. And it needs, you know, to be rectified and resolved, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm waffling now, so I'm going to go.
Hi.
Hi, Bieber. How you doing?
All right, how are you doing?
All right.
Oh, that's looking good. Are you happy with it?
Some of it.
Which bits?
Just the fact that I've been trying to colour match. So I'm relearning all my colour mixing and also my warms and my cools. So when to use like the bright red, when to use the alizarin. I think I've blued it more than I need it to.
No, I like it.
I quite like that corner blue, and then because there's a lot of ultramarine in the rest of it, so it's unified.
You've got a sort of blue at the top, the sage at the bottom, brown in the middle.
Yeah.
And the faces look great. You've really worked those.
You never say my paintings are good. Never say that. So that's a big praise coming from you. Oh.
Hello.
Come on then.
Come join it. The discussion. What do you think, Jeffy? Like it? Oh yes, I love it.
Oh, it's so cute. I'm chopping the top of your head off. I don't mean to.
What a cutie. You get that? Oh, you get it. Taxi on the plane. Look.
Okay then. Oh, it's not good that it's pumped into the tripod. It's high praise indeed if you do say it's good.
I like the focus, the light part, so your eyes really drawn into the skin tones,
And it's really hard to get them to glow.
there's a softness that in that. It's incredible, isn't it? But how big is that in reality?
Big. And that's just a small section of a big painting.
Oh, is it?
But this is what I've been using as a marl stick.
What?
So let me show you that. This here,
Mm.
just get rid of all this mucky stuff. I've got to wash my brushes as well, so I'm not in a rush to go home. I'm probably going to need about half an hour. Yeah, I'm uploading the video here. So yeah, put that there. But you know when you want to work on the details and you can't rest your hand on the painting,
Oh, I
you
see.
use a marl stick, M-A-H-L. And so normally they are a stick with a pad, exactly, but I thought, well, I haven't got one.
I wonder what that was doing yesterday.
So that is what I've been doing, and I had it on my trolley yesterday, but today I'm like, oh, and I had it sort of that way round, but today I thought, right, what if I put that on the wall? I can literally, without resting on the painting, I can get my brush and just details without having to have wobbly handles. So that works really well. I was going to ask you to make me a marl stick.
I made a master.
Yeah. Anyway, I might go and get some rainwater from the butt.
Do it.
Right, what are you doing?
Shop orders.
Thank you. How many are there?
That.
Thank you very much. So I've just been reading your comments in the cafe and I saw a comment from Janet which said, I would love it if we could be there when you open your art supplies, like opening a sparkling treasure. So that's what we've got. And bits and pieces. You are such a cutie, little studio assistant. You cutie. It's the little setup in my nook. Put Jeffy right there because, well, he'll probably end up sitting on my feet. To be honest, he's kind of next to me there, so that's good. And edit this video for you. Yes, you handsome. Yeah.
I'm realising once again that endings don't always announce themselves. Sometimes they're just small shifts, tiny clues, a quiet knowing. And maybe the goal isn't to avoid them, but to let ourselves change with them. And sometimes these realisations can take a good amount of time. So the painting is finished, imperfect but finished, and maybe that's enough. So if you're in a season of uncertainty or something in your life is ending or changing too, you are not alone. We'll figure out what comes next, one step and one brushstroke at a time. And our new mantra could be, I trust myself enough to figure this out.